بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. كلية الإمام الكاظم، أقسام الديوانية، قسم اللغة الإنجليزية، المرحلة الثانية. نبدأ إن شاء الله محاضرتنا الأولى في مادة النحو الإنجليزي. We will start with this book, Introductory English Grammar, by Staggerberg, 4th edition. And we will start with chapter number 8, Morphemes. So we are going to talk about morphemes, what is morpheme and what are the criteria for morpheme, and also the types of morpheme. First of all, we have to know that morpheme, before we talk about morpheme, we need to know about morphology. You can see here morphology. In Arabic معناته علم الصرف. Morphology علم الصرف. So we have morphology. Before morphology, when we want to talk about morphology, we have to know phonetics first. Phonetics, phonetics, you have studied phonetics. Phonetics is the study of human speech sounds. So phonetics deals with what? Deals with sounds. And in this year, you are going to study phonology. And phonology is what? Is the study of sound, the same like phonetics, but the system of sound. So it is something which is systematic when we want to talk about phonology. Just one by one. This is one step. Phonetics and phonology with sounds. If we have sounds, letters, plus letters, we will have what? We will have word. So morphology is what? Is the study of the internal structure of words. You see, this is the definition. Definition of morphology. Morphology studies the word, the structure, the function of a word. So this is morphology. And we have what? We have what is called morpheme. Morphemes, in other words, we can say it is words. Morpheme, word, or part of word. We will see what is morpheme. So we show you the term word loosely in its familiar sense, since a strict definition will not be necessary today. So what is here? We have what we have only the definition of morphology, and we see the difference between morphology and phonetics and phonology. So what is the definition of morpheme? Sorry. Here we have the definition of morpheme. Here morpheme is part of morphology. كأنما نقول وحدة قياس. In morphology it is what? Morpheme as a unit. We can examine the structure of words. We must become acquainted with an entity known as morpheme. So in this chapter in this chapter 8, we are going to talk about the word, and also the next chapter we'll talk about word. But here we are going to know the structure. We are going to analyze the structure of a word. What is the structure of a word? So morpheme is a word. This is the definition of morpheme. What is morpheme? Morpheme is a short segment of a language. Short segment of a language that meets 3 criteria. 3 criteria. ثلاث معايير. There are 3 criteria for morpheme. In order to say that this word is morpheme, there should be 3 criteria. 3 criteria. These are very, very important. 3 criteria for morpheme. Number 1, morpheme is what? Morpheme is a word. As I told you, morpheme is a word. A word, any word, or part of word that has meaning. You see? It is a word or a part of word that has meaning. Meaning, not meaningless. That has meaning. So morpheme has meaning. Whether a word or part of word. I hope the idea is clear. Number 1, It is a word or part of word that has meaning. So morpheme is what? Is meaningful. Morpheme has meaning, whether a word or part of word. واحد يقول مثلا word, yes I know it is meaningful, it has meaning. What about part of word? How does part of word have meaning? We will see this. Number 2, it cannot be divided into smaller meaningful parts. It means morpheme. Here it refers to morpheme. Cannot be divided. We can't divide it. Okay, we can't. Into smaller meaningful parts, without violation of its meaning, or without meaningless remainders. Okay? In other words, if we want to divide morpheme, if we have, for example, a word, okay, whether it's small or long word, and want to divide this word. If we divide this word, we will have what? We will have violation of its meaning. It will lose its meaning. Okay? Lose its original meaning. And also, we will have meaningless remainders. Meaningless remainders. Okay? I mean, here we will have some letters that have no meaning. We will see this. I will explain this criteria one by one with examples. Number 3, it recurs, it repeats. Here recurs means repeats. It repeats, it recurs in differing verbal environments, in different situations, with a relatively stable meaning. You see? Here, morpheme what? It repeats itself. It repeats itself, different situation, and the meaning is stable, is the same. And we will see this. Here we have example, and we will apply these 3 criteria to this example, to this word. As I told you in this chapter, we are dealing with word. We are dealing with morphology, the study of word, the study of what? Word, structure and function of a word. What is the structure and function of a word? And see, what is the origin of this word? The origin of this word. Okay? Because this word has many additions. For example, transform, transformation, transformationalist. You see here, transformationalists. How many words do we have? So what is the origin? The root, الأصل, transformation. Then we have added what? Transformational, transformationalist. You see? So here it recurs in different verbal environments with relatively stable meaning. So here let's examine the word straight. What is straight as a word? We want to analyze it in the light of these criteria, in the light في ضوء يعني these 3 criteria. First of all, straight is a word or not word? Word or not word? It is a word. When we say it is a word, واحد يقول سؤال يعني شلون it is a word? Yes, when we say it is a word, it means it has meaning, or in other words, it has a place in your dictionary. When you go to your dictionary, you will find its meaning. Sometimes when you find in English, or when you find a word and you want to know that this word is meaningful, has meaning, English word or not English word, you can go to dictionary and check this word. If you check this word and you don't find it in your dictionary, okay, it means that this word is not a morpheme, or this word is not English, or this word is not morpheme. So when we say it is a word, it has meaning, it means what can be found here. You can find it listed as such in any dictionary. This is number 1. Okay, so it is a word. Number 1, it is a word that has meaning. It is not part of word, it's a word, full word. Okay, I hope that the one is clear. The second, it cannot be divided. If we want to divide straight, divide it, cut it. If we want to cut it, divide it without violation. Here it cannot be divided without violation of meaning. Okay, cannot be. So if we want to divide it, it will lose its meaning. We will lose it. For example, by dividing straight, we will get what? We will get trait. Go to your dictionary and check the meaning of the word trait. Is the word trait, rate, ate are similar to straight? No. straight معناته يطلع قبل سيدة. trait خاصية. rate نسبة مثلا. rate يأكل. So the meaning of these three words are different from the original. So this is good. So it cannot be here. The conditions, criteria cannot be divided. You can't divide it without violation of meaning. يعني معنى ثاني, if we want to divide it, okay, put it in this meaning حتى تصير لك أوضح. If we want to divide, or if we divide the word or morpheme, it will lose its meaning. It will lose its meaning. If we divide the word, it will lose its meaning. Okay, I hope it is clear, this idea. This is number one. Second, here we have 2 points. شقين. It cannot be divided without violation of its meaning, or without meaningless remainders. We will see. Do we have meaningless remainders? The meaning of this, you see here the meaning, like تكملة. The meaning of these violate the meaning of the trait. You see here, violate, and different, as I told you. The meaning of these words are different from the meaning of the trait. Okay, they violate. Furthermore, when we divide it in these ways, we will get meaningless remainder. هذا الشق الثاني. Okay, هي meaningless يعني بقايا ليست لها معنى. Meaningless remainder. For example here, S, ST, STR, are they meaningful? They are what? They are meaningless. ما لهم معنى. S, ST, STR. This is number 2. I hope it's clear. Number 3, third, straight recurs. ممكن نحن الثالثة شنو recurs in different verbal environments. Here, what? Recurs with a relatively stable meaning in such environment. Let's see. For example, straight edge, straighten, and a straight line. You see? Recurred. Sure? It recurs different. It comes with line, straighten, straight edge, and the meaning is what? Still stable. Still stable. Thus straight, وبالتالي straight meets all the criteria of a morpheme. So ما دام هي يعني meets all, يعني تطبق كل الشروط, all the conditions, all the criteria, and then it is what? It is a word. So it is what? It is morpheme. Okay. Let's have another example. We will examine this another example. For example, the morpheme bright. Meaning مالته light معناته bright. 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 We want to analyze this word. Is it morpheme or not? So bright, and we have bright or brighten when we add en to brighten. Okay, brighten. If we want to analyze a bright, the same here, the same thing. It is a word that has meaning. If we want to divide it, we will have right تطلع من bright. بعد تطلع bright right. مثلا bit, we will have bit. The meaning of these words are different from bright. And number 2, يطلعنا meaningless. Yes, BR, T, GH, these are meaningless. It recurs. Yes, it recurs. Bright or brighten, etc. Okay, if we want to analyze the word bright. Here, in this example, it has a focus on en. Is en a morpheme? واحد يقول استاذ غير en هاي ما لها معنى. en, it has no meaning. We will see. قلنا احنا bright, light, ضوي. But when we say brighten, خليناها en, it becomes what? It becomes verb. صارت فعل bright. يعني en هنا سوت خلتها من bright light. كان واحدة light معناته صار شنو؟ make. إذن en هنا it means what? It means make. بنقول brighten يعني make what? light. بنقول wide عريض. widen أضيف إلى en هاي الأخيرة en widen صارت يعرض يعني make it wide. صارت make. So here en what? Morpheme or not? Let's see one by one. In sound, the only difference between the the two words is the added en. We have en. And in the meaning, the difference is the added the sense make, as I explained above in the bright. This leads us to conclude that en means what? Make. And then en means what? It means make. So number one criteria, morpheme is a word or part of word that has meaning. So en is what? A word or part of word en. إذا وحدت en ما تشكل شيء, meaningless, ما لها معنى. But if we add en to a word, and then it is a part of word. Has meaning or not? Yes, has meaning. What does it mean? It means what? Make. So this is number one. Number two, thus we see that en is a part of word that has meaning. You see here, هذا الأول. Thus, this is number one. Number two, we also know that it cannot be divided. Can we divide it? In en, can we divide it? It cannot be divided into smaller meaningful units. We can't. We can't divide it. en شو نخلي له? n, we put ne, no. We can't divide it. So it cannot be divided into smaller meaningful units. إذن طبقت لنا الشرط الثاني. It recurs as أنا قلت قبل شوي قلت widen. Stable meaning, yes, stable. cheapen cheap رخيص. cheapen يرخص الأسعار. You see, يعني to make cheap. darken to make dark. deepen to make deep. soften يلطف. نعم, يعني to make soft. stiffen. You see, so it repeats itself in different environments. So it is therefore obvious, clear, that en must be considered a morpheme. Okay, I explained morphology and the meaning of morpheme. Then I explained the three criteria. How can we judge that this is a morpheme? And explain two examples. Okay, this is very important. In example امتحان أعطيك words كلمات أقول لك شوف لها morpheme, طبق لي apply 3 criteria, طبق لي عليها المعايير 3. Okay, I hope it is clear. Here we have exercises. You can read the exercises. أقول لك here, after each word write a number showing how many morphemes it contains. How many morphemes do we have? Okay, for example, play how many morpheme? There's only one morpheme, play. Okay, replay, you see, play is morpheme, is what? Also morpheme. So how many morphemes do we have? 2 morphemes. Good. Date, antedate. Yeah, date 1. Okay, keeper, you see, and you have to read all the words. Okay, if you want to check, you go to dictionary and check the words. You can check the words in your dictionary. You have to check them and see whether it is a word, the origin, or it is added. Keeper, able, unable, you see, etc. Very important. You have to read them and check them. And here in this exercise, write the meaning of the italicized morpheme. What does it mean? Sorry. What does it mean? Antedate. We have date and antedate. Antedate. What does it mean? Anti. This is very important. Antedate. It means what? Date. You know date. When you want to date someone, to see someone, to date him. Date. Okay. What is the date of today? Antedate, it means earlier, before date. And we have also backdate. backdate. خاف واحد يقولها ما اعطاني اياها جاب لي اياها استاذ ما موجودة بالكتاب. هي حطيتها بالمحاضرة. مو ان 8 antedate, and we have backdate, it means after date. Backdate. Okay. So it has meaning. Replay from its meaning. يعني. Play. Okay. And replay, to play again. It means again. Okay. Etc. You check them in dictionary. هذا واجب بيتي homework إلك أجيب لك مثلا inactive. شنو inactive? Impossible. It means not possible. M here it means not, malfunction, etc. Okay. Explain. Yes, so I will only explain free and bound morphemes. These are two kinds. We have types and we have classification of morphemes. We have much more details about morpheme. Here we have two kinds of morpheme, two types, two kinds of morphemes. Free, من اسمها free, and bound morpheme. Free and bound. What is the difference between free and bound morpheme? We have to see the difference between free and bound morpheme. A free morpheme, this is the definition of a free morpheme, is one, it means here one, مو معنى واحد, يعني it means what? It is a morpheme that can be uttered alone with meaning, or is a word. Is one that can be uttered alone with meaning. Okay? So a free morpheme is one that can be uttered alone with meaning. It is a word that has meaning. A free morpheme. Free. For example, play, write, eat, go, dream. Okay? All these are what? Are morphemes. What kind of morphemes? They are free. No addition. Free. Okay? Alone. Free morpheme. Word. All words. Eat, write, can stand alone. This is another definition for a free morpheme. Free morpheme can stand alone. يعني يبقى صامت وحده. And it is meaningful. Okay? Can be uttered alone. With meaning. Alone. Here, eat. See? Eat. This is a free morpheme. Bound morpheme, unlike the free, different from free, cannot be uttered alone with meaning. Cannot be. Cannot stand. ما يصمد وحده. Cannot stand alone. It can't stand alone. It needs. You see? It can't stand alone. A bound morpheme what? Cannot stand alone. Cannot be uttered. Cannot be spoken alone. With meaning. With meaning here. See? You can utter it alone. But what? We will have meaningless. But here with meaning, no. It is always annexed, yani added to one or more morphemes to form a word. And then what? Bound morpheme added to what? To free morpheme. Okay? If we add bound morpheme to free morpheme, it will be meaningful. Alone, meaningless. You see? This is the difference between free and bound morpheme. Free morpheme can stand alone. مثل, like, for example, read, write. Okay? For example, read. Okay? This is what? Free morpheme. Bound morpheme cannot stand alone, cannot be uttered alone with meaning. It needs to be added. You should add it to more, what? To another morpheme to form a word. For example, anti, R-E, when we say anti, R-E, L-Y-E-R, U-N, are they meaningful للمعنى؟ No, meaningless. But لكن بنضيفهن ونخليهم مثل ما هسه صارنا هنا شرحناهن. Anti date. It is meaningful صارت anti. Date هي free morpheme and anti is what? Bound. Alone anti وحدي alone. No meaning. It has no meaning. But with date it means what? Earlier. Play. Play is free morpheme. What? Bound morpheme. What does it mean re? It means what? As I told you again. Alone وحدي re. It has no meaning. Then how definition مالته يقول cannot stand alone unless added to another word to form what? Meaningful unit. You see here, for example, here we have another example. Preview. P-R-E, pre. Alone cannot, but we put it with another word. Played, ed, is what? Bound. But play is what? Free, from its name. Activity, active, free. Itty, here, bound. Supervise, enter, etc. You see here you have this. Okay, speaker, Yes, tell me about speaker. What is the free morpheme of speaker? Yes, tell me. Good. Speak is what? Good. Free. ER is what? Bound. نأذن هنا. Speak alone وحدي. It has meaning? Yes. So it is free. Can't stand alone. ER وحدي? No. We need to add it. So we add it. Kingdom. Kingdom. King is what? Good. Dom. Kingdom is what? Dom. Good. Bound morpheme. $. Idol. Lies. Idol. You are idol. You are my idol. مرة واحد قال لكريستيانو رونالدو قال له you are my idol. Idolize. Check its meaning if you want. So idol is what? Free. Idol. Eyes. What? Bound morpheme. Okay. Thank you so much. You have to read this, and if you have any question you can comment, and we will have another lecture. Okay, it will be online in the same week inshallah. These are the homework exercise number 1, 2, 3, your homework. Okay, thank you so much and see you again.